feel like he's kind of low there. Should he be higher?
No. I mean, Odell was cut in the middle of the season. He was released.
But it was Baker's fault.
Odell Beckham was released, was on the street. He signed with the Rams, and now they're saying he's the 12th best player in the Super Bowl. There's no slight. Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Ramsey, Burrow, Stafford, Chase, Von Miller, Andrew Whitworth. Here's some of the guys he's in front of. Trey Hendrickson makes $15 million a year, made it to the Pro Bowl. Joe Mixon, $12 million a year, made it to the Pro Bowl. Leonard Floyd, $16 million a year. He's ranked in front of those guys. It's not a slight to be the second best receiver on your own team when that receiver is Cooper Kupp. Now, Cooper Kupp needs 7 catches for the most catches in postseason history. He needs 61 yards to have the most postseason receiving yards in NFL history. He's 59 from being second. He has 2,333 receiving yards when you combine regular season and postseason. So there's no slight in being the second best receiver on your team if that guy is Cooper Kupp, who had a historically great season. Odell has played well, and if you notice, look at his numbers against Arizona, look at his numbers against Tampa, look at his numbers against San Francisco. What we're starting to see, better. Now we're about to reach the crescendo, and then he's going to finish it off.
Really?
So, no, that's not a slight, considering where he started, where he was at the middle of the season, considering where he is now. Odell Beckham is just fine.
I thought he was a superstar.
Don't do that,
No?
Skip.
Well, is he? I'm doing it because you do it. That's how you talk in glowing terms of his superstar capabilities.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, he's capable.
Okay, well, he's 12th. And not only is he 12th, but I keep going down this list, and I say, wait a second, as Jenny pointed out, at 10 is Rob Havenstein, the tackle for the Rams.
Yeah.
He's better than Odell Beckham Jr., who has, 15 million followers on Instagram?
Well, I don't think they based it on social media followers. I think they just looked at the grades during the course of the...
How about 11, one notch ahead, is DJ Reader, the defensive tackle for the Bengals? You're kidding. DJ Reader is better than Odell Beckham Jr.? What happened?
I guess, but you factoring in, Skip, you're grading the guy on the entire season. You look at Odell's grade when he was in Cleveland. You look at some of his grades when he first got there, and think about it. He's played himself into a top 12 on both teams in the Super Bowl. I think that just goes to show you how valuable he has become over the last month and a half of the season.
After his first 8 games as a Ram, he averaged 3.4 catches and only 38 yards a game down the stretch of the regular season. And meanwhile, his quarterback's QBR, Matt Stafford, was in line to be MVP. And all of a sudden, the QBR fell from an average of 69 all the way down to an average of 54. That's a plummet.
Oh, so he went from he went from a little over 3 catches and a little over 40 yards to all of a sudden he's 7 catches and 75, 80 yards.
And wonder what happened with the defenses once playoffs rolled around. The defenses finally said, we got to take Cooper Kupp away.
Okay.
We got to triple cover Cooper Kupp. And if that number 3 guy, if he makes a couple of catches, so be it.
He's
not going to beat us.
He eating.
Is he eating?
He eating. He getting fat over there.
Really?
He getting fat eating one-on-one coverage. Yeah.
Well, if he's that good, then shouldn't he be like the 4th best on this list?
I tell you what, let's see what, if they were to take another grade after the Super Bowl, let's see where he'd be ranked in.
Really? You just keep going up and up?
You see it. You see it.
If the playoffs lasted like 8 games, well, he'd wind up number 1 on this list.
No,
he would unseat Aaron Donald.
Whoa.
Wouldn't he?
Well, hold on. Cooper Kupp?
We got to add some playoff games.
No. You told me Cooper Kupp is the guy. Why?
I didn't tell you that.
Yeah,
you told me that.
No. You told me Cooper Kupp. Why is Odell better than Cooper Kupp? Little Cooper Kupp.
Well, that's what I keep telling you. He's not better.
But who's number 1?
Who's faster, Odell or Cooper Kupp? Who's quicker, Odell or Cooper Kupp?
Skip.
I mean, it might be Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, Skip, but here's the thing.
What?
The combine is where you go show off your skills, and then it helps with your draft status. Once you get there, you have to do the work. Although we see Odell is starting to look like he did in his first 3 years in the NFL.
Wow.
When he was a Pro Bowl, second-team All-Pro receiver.
Yeah.
He's starting to show that.
So who is the biggest name, most popular player in the whole Super Bowl?
Skip.
Who would rank number 1 on that list? It's Odell times 10.
But here's the thing. The most popular player doesn't necessarily mean he's the best player in the league. Aaron Judge is more popular than Mike Trout. Is he a better player than Mike Trout? No. Is he a better player than Vlad Guerrero Jr. or Tatis Jr.? No, he isn't. So you can't base saying, oh, because he's popular, he has more social media followers, he is a better player. Odell has those followers, but he's not a better player than some of the guys that they have in front of him.
Wait a second. Number 9 on this list, 3 rungs ahead of Odell Beckham Jr. is Tee Higgins?
Did you not see?
Wait, is Tee Higgins better than Odell?
Tee Higgins had a
That's
better.
what they're saying.
Tee Higgins had a better season than Odell Beckham. Yes, Odell Beckham got released. How many receivers you know get released during the season and come in and contribute on the Super Bowl?
No,
on the Super
you
Bowl
told
team?
me that was Baker's fault.
No. He got released. He wanted out. He's making Baker look real bad. Somehow Matthew Stafford found a way to get him the ball.
Huh?
Matthew Stafford did.
Well,
I don't know.
That should mean you're ranked 2nd or 3rd on this list?
So Odell Beckham is better than Jalen Ramsey. Odell Beckham is better than Aaron Donald and Jamar Chase and Stafford and Burrow.
Wait a second. You just threw in Jamar Chase. Why isn't he better than Jamar Chase?
The man just skipped. The man just had the single greatest receiving game for a rookie. He's about to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. The very same award Odell Beckham Jr. won.
Huh. So is Jamar Chase, would you say right here, right now?
Right now, Jamar Chase is better than Odell, okay?
Is he better than Odell ever was?
No.
Ever was? Yes, he is.
Okay.
To my eye, he is.
So Odell Beckham Jr. did not win Offensive Rookie of the Year after missing the first 4 games. Did he do that?
He did that.
Okay.
He made the greatest catch in the history of football against my Dallas Cowboys on a Sunday night, and Chris Collinsworth immediately proclaimed it the greatest catch ever on NBC National.
I mean, to my eye, it was the greatest catch I had seen at the time.
And yet, the Giants lost the game.
Okay, but Skip, hold on. Did Tom Brady not throw for 500 yards? But they lost the game. You can have an outstanding achievement. The game Michael Jordan scored 63, they lost. Stop pretending because if you lose, it diminishes the accomplishment. He did that. He made that catch. Yes, they lost. Tom Brady lost. He threw for 505. It doesn't diminish that he did that. It was a great feat. It just came in a losing effort.
Is it fair to say that if you look at Odell's body of work just in New York, that he was actually a losing football player? Because that's what I saw. I saw a loser.
Hold on.
I saw a dragged down football player whose intangibles were losing intangibles because it was one thing after another, going over the edge, losing your emotional cool game after game, fighting the kicking net, proposing to the kicking net. Okay. Getting suspended for going after Josh Norman after the whistle.
Since then, have we seen any outbursts like that in Cleveland? Did we see any outbursts like that? Are we not allowed to? I mean, everybody gets to grow. Everything grows. Everything graduates. If you're in school, you don't stay in kindergarten or you don't stay in the 1st grade. You graduate. Okay, he made some mistakes. There are some things that Odell could have done better. But let's allow him to move forward. Now, since he's been in L.A., have any of those things reared his head?
No, because he wound up in football heaven.
Okay.
He gets to shine in the shadows of the most productive receiver in the history of football. As you keep saying, we've never seen anything like the numbers that Cooper Kupp put up this year.
Okay.
Correct?
But
what a sweet spot for Odell.
Hold on. You say that. You say, look at the numbers that Cooper Kupp, and then you say, well, if Odell was that good, he would be better than Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
I mean, he should be. Given the way you talk about him, he got free. What did LeBron keep tweeting? Free Odell.
Yeah, free.
He wasn't tweeting free Tee Higgins, right? Because he didn't care about Tee Higgins. But Tee Higgins is said to be better, more valuable.
Tee Higgins season. Skip, think about what Odell was doing in Cleveland. The man gets released. And it took him a while to get his footing in L.A., learn the system. It took a while for Sean McVay to find out how he was going to use him. But look at now. The guy went from being released, being on Cleveland, getting released to being the 12th best player. You do realize there are 106 players on these 2 teams, 53-man rosters, 2 teams. He's the 12th best player of 106. That ain't bad.
I know, but if you're a superstar, that's pretty bad. And
so Andrew Whitworth is a superstar?
Andrew Whitworth.
Yeah, so what offensive lineman you ever heard said was a superstar?
Well, there have been a few.
No,
I've had one at left tackle for a while. He may not be anymore, but I consider him a superstar.
No.
Tyron Smith.
they consider linemen don't get that kind of adulation as saying superstar status. That normally is reserved for skill position players or Aaron Donald. Okay, offensive lineman, he's a great player. Zach Martin was a great player. Nobody said he was a superstar. Quentin Nelson is a great player. Nobody said he's a superstar.
I don't know. Didn't you play with Jonathan Ogden?
Yeah, but they didn't say.
I call him a superstar, man.
He was a great player, but they didn't use the term superstar to describe offensive linemen. Yes, and I played with Gary Zimmerman also, Skip. But what you're trying to do, what about these guys that's making $15, $12 million that made the Pro Bowl? That Odell better than. Mentioned Trey Hendrickson. Is he any good?
I mean, once upon a time, Odell was making like $50 million.
Oh, no. Is Trey Hendrickson any good? A simple yes or a simple no.
Is he better than Odell? No. No.
The guy made the Pro Bowl. The guy just changed. Remember, he left New Orleans, and when New Orleans was really, really good, he was playing. They didn't generate near the pressure. And he wasn't the same player when he came back against Tampa. Joe Mixon, you love Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon, he should have been a first-round pick. Joe Mixon, and, hey, he did what he did. Hey, we're not excusing that, and we're not.
Did I ever say Trey Hendrickson was a superstar? Did I ever say Joe Mixon was a superstar? No. Does everybody still believe that Odell Beckham Jr. is a superstar? They do.
Skip.
He is talked about in hallowed tones.
But what do I tell you? Sports is about updating your resume. Odell is in the
updating.
He's in the process of
upticking.
He's updating his resume.
Yep.
So let's see how it plays out.
One more game. What do you got? Maybe 150 this time?
You never know.
If you
he's more than capable.
If you re-rank after Sunday, he might be up to 2 or 3.
He
on
won't
this
care
list.
because somebody's gonna pay him a boatload of money because they're gonna realize that he could be a number one again.
Really?
And that's what he is.
And maybe at heart he's a number 2. Maybe he's found his comfort zone as a number 2 playing in the shadows of.
Odell is the one thing I know about him is that he's all about growing. Comfort is great. Nothing grows in a comfort zone. So we see Odell expand who and what he is. Yes, he had issues. I never glossed over those issues. I held him accountable for his behavior in New York. But we didn't see that in Cleveland. We didn't see that. We don't see that in L.A. So I think let's give him credit. That happened. But since he's been out of there, we haven't seen those outbursts. We haven't seen those flare-ups. And since he's been in L.A., all we've seen is good football. Real good football.
We've seen superstardom football, right?
It's coming. It's coming.
And my favorite line in this Pro Football Focus capsule here on Odell ranking 12th, the last line is, Beckham could have a big game if Cooper Kupp is doubled. And I'm saying, wait a second. If Cooper Kupp is, are you kidding? He will be tripled. He will be doubled on every snap of the offensive snap that the Rams run. Every snap, he will have at least 2 on him, and sometimes he will have 3 on him on third down.
That's when Odell eat. That's when Odell eat.
What a sweet spot.
Yeah,
for him,
sweet.
Right?
Somebody got to eat.
Yeah, but if you're a superstar, you wouldn't like this spot because you get half the targets of Cooper Kupp, right?
Hey,
you're going to catch half the balls.
You don't count the target. You make the targets count. That's what Odell does.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't get the 13, 14
That sounds like
catches.
a complimentary receiver.
Call it what you want to. Guess what? His ring will be the same. If they win, his ring will be the same size as Cooper Kupp. Same amount of diamonds.
That
So
is
the
true.
bottom line is, it feels like this is the most overrated, overhyped player in the history of the Super Bowl.
That's what you try to make it out to be.
That's where we're headed.
No, it's not. No,
Are
it's
you
not.
listening to that? You might be motivated, Skip, by your words.
I hope so.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.